We begin with a warning from opposition leader Mottley. Barbadians could be saddled with an additional $100 million more in electricity prices in the foreseeable future. In her near 4-hour reply to Monday's financial statement and budgetary proposals presented by Finance Minister Chris Sinclair, Mottley accused the Francis Stewart administration of selling out the country by entering into a power purchase and implementation agreement with Cahill Energy Limited, a waste management and energy security company registered in the British Channel Island of Guernsey. Waiving what she claimed to be the agreements and promised to make them documents of the House of Assembly, Mottley told the lower chamber last night that the arrangement, which calls for the construction of a plasma gasification and waste-to-energy plant at Vaucluse in St. Thomas to start on September 1st, would also place all of the major financial risks on taxpayers. The opposition leader blamed 4 cabinet ministers for concluding the transaction without the blessing of cabinet.
The government also has an obligation, sir, to make whole any default under this project. So even if the government is to walk away from this project now, the liability of the taxpayers of Barbados is going to be in the tens and hundreds of millions potentially. And that is why, Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, through you to the Prime Minister, this implementation agreement has to be brought to the people of Barbados before this debate is over. Because this project is intended to start construction in September. And I can speak on behalf of the Barbados Labour Party and the members of Parliament who represent the area and the surrounding areas. And we can tell you not boat here. This will carry us to a new level in this country if 4 ministers believe that they can sell out the interest financially and environmentally and the well-being of citizens of Barbados in the way in which this is done. Mr. Speaker, the power purchase agreement provides for a capacity payment and a fixed price payment. Suffice it to say that the government can't be signing any power purchase agreement without sending it to the Fair Trading Commission, as it would have the Light and Power do. But what it is agreed to in this document is to pay 45 cents Barbados per unit hour, which we believe to be per kilowatt hour, in addition to something known as a capacity payment, which is effectively to ensure that the company has the capacity to deliver at any time. Mr. Speaker, I asked others to do some numbers for me. They told me that this electricity, if generated in the initial years, will cost $90 million more. It will cost $150 million as opposed to $60 million on the part of Light and Power. So you would be foisting almost $100 million more per year.
Describing Cahill Energy as a company only in name, Mottley also told Parliament that it is now up for sale after receiving a license from the Barbados government to raise money anywhere in the world. Mottley said the confidential information memorandum, which she suggested has not been seen by Cabinet, also revealed shocking and disturbing news.
This is what bothers me after I have been advised by scientists independent of my party and independent of Barbados. Cahill Energy Barbados' agreement, and I quote, with the government of Barbados provides that it will build a plasma gasification plant, hereafter PG plant. However, the protocol itself does not provide for the project to comply with any specific environmental standards. Mr. Speaker, the beginning of the second paragraph of a covering letter tells the purchasers, come as you may, come as you will, do what you like. This country, Barbados, will not and is not enforcing for a technology that is untried any part of the world at this scale.
Debate on the budget continues today.